Hi everyone, my name's Laura and welcome to today's Yoga Flow class. Today's class is designed to release any tension throughout the physical body. We'll be gently working our way down from the neck into the shoulders, then into the spine, the legs, the hamstrings, even working a little bit into the hands and feet. So I hope that you enjoy today's all over body stretch out. The class is designed for all levels. Beginners, you're very welcome. Please keep your props available and to hand. Experienced practitioners, feel free to go further into each posture if it's already in your practice. You can feel free to pause, take a break, maybe rest in child's pose or any other comfortable position for you at any point. Pause the video until you're ready to join back in. Let's make a start. Let's begin seated comfortably on your mat, rooting down through both sitting bones and bringing some length into the spine with a gradual tuck of the navel to the back, keeping our back nice and strong. Let's bring the shoulders up to the ears, to the back of the room and down, allowing the chest, the heart to shine a little bit forward. With the hands resting on the thighs or the knees, palms facing upwards. Take a moment to find your seat. If you're struggling at all with this seated posture, I really recommend lifting the hips slightly to relieve this pressure here. And if your knees are struggling to make it down, perhaps if you have a tight groin, your knees might be up like this, then you can use blocks, cushions to fill that space and take the pressure off the knees. When you're ready and comfortable, close your eyes or lower your gaze. Let's take a moment to observe the physical body. Noticing if there's any areas of tension, discomfort, or just any sensations. No need to act on them at this stage, just observe. Let's scan the body, moving from the crown of the head, releasing any tension from behind the forehead, behind the eyes, in the cheeks and the mouth and the jaw. Softening the shoulders, allowing the hands to be heavy on the thighs or knees. Relaxing the torso, just maintaining the strength in the spine. Allowing the pelvis, the hips to feel heavy and gradually softening the groin, watching the knees sink slowly further down towards the mat or your props. Allowing the knees, the legs and the feet to be heavy and supported by the mat underneath you. Bringing your awareness now to your mind for a moment. If your mind were the sea or the ocean, how still is your ocean? Is your mind calm like shallow waters? Or is your mind racing like the crashing waves? Just knowing that any one of these variations is absolutely fine and normal, as is everything in between. You're becoming the observer, just watching, not judging, just watching the mind. Bringing your awareness now to your breath. Noticing first the breath's natural rhythm. Are your inhales and exhales shallow or deep? Are they long or short? Again, there's no right or wrong, just observe. Continuing to relax the muscles behind the eyes and in the face, watching the breath. With the mouth closed, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, deepening the inhales, lengthening the exhales. As you inhale, imagine drawing the breath up from the base of the spine. Imagine the breath circling the spine from the bottom through the back, through the middle back, all the way up to the neck, filling the lungs then with your air, before noticing the natural pause in the breath, and then returning the breath down the spine. Watch and notice the natural pause at the bottom of your exhale, before then inhaling again, drawing the breath through the nostrils from the base of the spine all the way up the back, filling the lungs completely, before returning the breath back down the spine, exhaling slowly, completely. Again, inhale, slow, complete inhales. Exhale, slow, complete exhales. Continue now like this at your own pace. With your focus on your breath, if the waves begin to crash in again, if the thoughts are fluctuating in your mind, that's okay. Just observe them. Watch them come in, watch them disappear, and bring your attention back to your breath. You can release the cross of your legs at any moment, perhaps placing the hands behind your back, perhaps next to the hips to support the back. Continuing now with our lengthened inhales and exhales, bringing this into our physical practice, we'll blink open our eyes. And we'll begin by spreading the arms out wide, fingers spread. Let's bring the hands up overhead, growing nice and tall, perhaps lifting the gaze, looking up towards the thumbs, and bringing the hands down at heart center. Let's do that once again, sweeping the hands out, fingers stretched wide and growing nice and tall, fingers all the way up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms out away from you and push the fingers away. Take a nice deep inhale. Notice any sensations across the back. Continue to breathe. On the next inhale, pushing the fingers up, keeping a nice straight back. Now, if you can't reach all the way up overhead, don't worry. If this is difficult, you can bend at the elbows, or you can even unlock the fingers. Inhale, grow nice and tall. And exhale, release the hands down to the sides. And with the hands on the floor either side of your hips, take an inhale, grow tall. And exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, continue the gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. And we'll continue with the inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, sweep the hands once again, out wide, up nice and tall. This time as we exhale, we're going to twist open to the left-hand side, twisting from the torso. The right hand comes down to the left knee. The left hand comes down either behind the back or further behind the body. You can use a block, a brick, a cushion, any prop underneath the hand. Inhale, think nice and tall through the crown of the head, and exhale, deepen the twist ever so slightly, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, gently twist. Inhale, look forward, lift the left hand up to the sky, grow tall, and exhale, left hand finds the right knee. Inhale, grow tall through the spine, and as we exhale, bending into the back, chin to chest. Take a couple of breaths here. Notice how this feels across the back body. Engaging navel to spine, straightening the back, lifting the head. Inhale, release the right hand. Right hand comes up, find length. And exhale, twisting from the torso, bringing the right hand down, either just behind the back or further back. Inhale, grow tall from the crown of the head. Exhale, begin to look over the right shoulder. Inhale, think length from the crown of the head. And exhale, deepening the twist. Inhale, release the right hand up to the sky. Grow nice and tall. And again, exhale, crossing over. Right hand finds the left knee. Inhale, straightening the spine. And exhale, bending into the back. Chin to chest. Inhale, straightening the spine, lift the head, release the hands, and bring up the elbows, bending the elbows 90 degrees. The backs of the hands find each other, or if it's in your practice, you can deepen that twist, wrapping the hands so that the palms find each other. Whatever's comfortable for you. Inhale, lifting the elbows. Exhale, softening the shoulders down the back body. Maintaining integrity in the spine. Inhale, lifting the elbows ever so slightly. Exhale, softening the shoulders. Inhale, sending the hands out to a T. Grow nice and long from fingertip to fingertip. And exhale, we'll switch. This time, right hand comes underneath, bending at the elbows. Either backs of the hands together or palms linking. Inhale, lift the elbows. Be very gentle with your shoulders. Slow, soft movements. Exhale, soften the shoulder blades. Inhale, move the hands gradually away from the face. And exhale, softening the shoulders. Inhale, release. Send the arms out to a T, palms facing down. Grow nice and strong, pulling the energy away from the torso through both arms, both hands. Really stretch through and exhale, release. We'll move into tabletop position now. So you can move any blocks or props out of the way, keep them nearby. You might want to swivel the feet out to the side, roll onto the knees, and coming down on your hands and knees. Take your time, any which way is comfortable for you. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a moment to root down through each and every finger, each and every knuckle, and even through the base of the hands, making contact, spreading the fingers wide, supporting the body. Shine the creases of the elbows forward, stabilizing through the tops of the feet, aware of the contact you're making with the mat. With the navel slightly engaged and the ribs in. Inhale, cow. Hips come high to the sky, lifting the gaze, dipping the back. Exhale, dipping the hips, pushing the ground away, chin to chest. Inhale, lifting the hips, lifting the heart, lifting the chest. Exhale, chin to chest, pushing the ground away. And again, inhale. Continue to push through each finger, each knuckle. Exhale. Take a few of these at your own pace, connecting to your breath, keeping a slight engagement of the navel, protecting the lower back. Think about deepening the bend in the back and every time you move through the posture. And next time you come through tabletop, we'll meet here. Sending out the left leg up onto the toes. Take a moment to take a rock and feel through the toes, feel through the feet. Notice any clicks. Totally normal. Just observe how the foot feels. Maybe push back on the calves, push into the toes. Engaging through the navel. Inhale, lifting the right hand out. Grow long from the right fingertips all the way down to the left foot. Securing the navel and the ribs, lifting the left foot up off the ground, making sure there's enough room behind you. And exhale, release. Keeping the right knee on the floor, we're going to pivot the right foot behind you. So again, being mindful of any props, anything in the way. Dropping down the heel of the left foot, we'll come up onto the right hand, lifting the left hand up high to the sky, allowing the hips to come forward. Inhale. Take a few breaths here, mindful of the energy lines from fingertips to fingertips. From the left foot, all the way up to the left hand, inhale, grow tall, and exhale, bring the bicep down towards the ear. Flip the palm facing the floor, and notice the sensation, the connection of the energy from the left hand all the way down to the left foot. Continue to breathe. Continue to bring the hips forward. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale again, bringing the hands up, and exhale, we'll return. Release the left hand down, coming back into tabletop. Switching sides now, extending the right foot behind you onto the balls of the feet. Have a few rocks, backwards and forth, maintaining integrity in the spine, ribs are in, pushing on the foot, on the toes, noticing any clicks, any sounds, noticing any sensations. Stabilizing through the right hand, release the left hand out in front of you. Keep the navel in, the rib cage in. Grow tall from the left hand, and then pushing the ground away with the left foot, lifting the right. Toes pointing down. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Right foot reaches for the back of the room. Left hand reaches forward. And exhale, release. Pivoting on the left knee, the left foot comes out behind, allowing the right ankle to drop. Stabilize with the left hand, and then pushing with the glutes. The hips come forward. Inhale, reaching the right hand up. Grow nice and tall. Find further length wherever possible. Connecting the energy from the right toes all the way up, past the hips, into the right fingertips. Inhale, grow tall through the right fingertips. And exhale, bringing the bicep down towards the ears. Notice the sensations in the arms, in the hands as we connect the energy from the right toes all the way through to the right fingertips. Continue to push the ground away with the left hand. Inhale, float the hand back up, and exhale, return to tabletop position. Tucking the toes, walking back onto your knees. You may need to use your hands or your fingers to make sure the toes are tucked. Sitting back. Inhale, swooping the hands out and up. Grow nice and tall. Interlace the fingers. Flip the fingers, the palms to the sky. Grow tall. And exhale, hands through heart center. At any time, you can come out from this position and release the feet back down. Firstly, connecting to the breath. You can close your eyes. As the sensation increases, we connect the breath allowing us to move through the sensations. Inhaling as the sensation increases. Exhale as we soften into the posture. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. We'll release the hands and release the feet. Sending the hands out in front of us, stretching out the arms. With your right hand, take the left hand, pull the fingers towards you, but keep pushing through the left hand. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend the fingers down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Make sure you're moving into every single finger and thumb. Continue to push away with the left arm, having the hands working together here. Keeping the elbows straight. One more. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, bringing the fingers towards the face. Exhale, release. Inhale, trying to include the thumb as well. And exhale, release. Once again, inhale. And you can close your eyes. As we move through the sensation, move through the breath, noticing how this feels in the body. One more inhale and exhale. Good, so we'll shake out the hands. Now from here we'll come to standing at the back of the mat. So you can use your hands to help you. You can perhaps rock back onto your feet via the toes, but whichever way is comfortable for you, take your time. And then from here, we're going to slowly ragdoll up to standing. So with the feet rooted down in the floor, navel to spine, and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, rolling ourselves back up to standing. And we'll roll the shoulders back as well and bring the hands to heart center. Take a few deep, nourishing breaths here. Allow the body to transition. Allow the mind to catch up with the physical movements. Just giving yourself a moment. And then we'll inhale, swoop the hands out all the way up, looking up towards the thumbs. And we'll exhale, full forward fold, hips to the back of the room. Allow any amount of bend in the knees so that the torso can be rested onto the thighs. And then relax the head, relax the shoulders. Let's take a sway from side to side. Let's nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Maybe do a couple of circles either way. Breathe into the back body. And on the inhale, lifting the head, lifting the chest to a half forward fold. Hands to shins or thighs. Bringing the shoulder blades together across the back body. Ribs are in, grow long from the crown of the head. Exhale, release, full forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. This time swooping the hands up all the way overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. If at any point you feel dizzy in your practice, tuck the chin to the chest. And give yourself a moment. Once again, inhale, swoop the hands up, grow tall. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, full forward fold. Placing the right hand in front of both feet, in the middle so that we've got a triangle. Let's bend into the right leg, straightening the left, and inhale, twist open to the right hand side, lifting the left hand up high to the sky. Feel free to use a block here or any other prop to allow you to make this transition. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, release. Switching hands, now bending into the left leg, straightening the right. Inhale, grow nice and tall, lifting up high through the right hand. Continue to breathe. Continue to connect with the ground through the feet. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, release. Fall forward, fold. With the hands on the floor, we're going to walk our way forwards into a high plank. Feel free to drop the knees at any point, otherwise pushing through the ground. Ribs together, navel in. 3, 2, 1, and release the knees. Untuck the toes, sitting back for a moment in child's pose. The forehead comes down to the ground. The knees can be together or wide, whichever is easiest for you. Inhale, coming back up to tabletop. Sending the feet out once again into a high plank. 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to walk the feet forward and come all the way up to the top of the mat. Use as many movements and as many props as you need to help you reach this position. Inhale, lifting the heart and the chest. Rolling the shoulders back, shoulder blades together across the back body. Strong in the navel, ribs together. Inhale and exhale, release. Pushing the ground away with the feet, come up to rise. Navel to spine, protect the lower back, swoop the hands up overhead. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, hands come up overhead. This time we're going to twist open to the left-hand side. Be mindful here that the feet still point forward. The hips continue to point forward, twisting from the torso. If it's difficult on your hands, you can drop them. You may be able to look over towards the left hand. Continue to breathe. Continue to bring the hips facing forward. And inhale, swoop the hand back up. This time, exhale, twisting open to the right-hand side. Engaging through the back body to bring the hips facing forward. Twisting through the torso. Inhale, think long from the crown. Exhale, begin to look over the right shoulder towards the right thumb. Imagine using the feet like you're separating the ground beneath you to engage here. And then inhale, swoop the hands back up overhead. And exhale, full forward fold. Any amount of bend in the knees. Inhale, half forward fold, shoulder blades together across the back. And exhale. Rooting through the feet, come all the way up to rise. Inhale, hands go up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take a step back so that we're facing the front. So the feet are wider than hip distance apart. Toes pointing forward, keeping a nice neutral pelvis. So the pelvis isn't dipping back, it's not dipping forward. Pelvis is neutral. Inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale, fall forward. Hips go to the back of the room. Allow any amount of bend in the knees. And then bringing the torso down. Notice how this feels in the body. You may want to move the heels so that the heels are pointing to the corners of the back room. See how that feels. Continue to push through the ground with the feet. And then inhale, half forward fold. Lift the head, lift the chest, keeping the ribs in, back supported. Inhale. And exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. We're going to pivot now, pointing the left foot towards the back of the room and walking the hands so that the right foot comes up onto the ball of the foot. You can drop the back knee at any time, keeping a nice right angle in the front knee, knee over ankle, hands framing the foot, lifting the left hand up to the sky. Twisting up to the sky. Inhale, lift through the left hand. Again, like I say, drop the knee at any time you might want to experiment with how that feels in your body. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, release. Drop the back knee, release the foot. Coming up, you can place any amount of cushion or support underneath that back knee if you need it. Inhale, lifting the hands up, pushing through the ground with both the left foot and the top of the right foot. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, tall through the crown. Exhale, softening. Inhale, lifting the hands up. Exhale, replacing the hands either side and tucking the back foot. Coming back up, let's take another twist. Exhale, release, and the back foot comes to the front. Take any amount of steps that you need to make the transition. Inhale to a flat back, navel in, ribs in, shoulder blades together, and exhale, release. Rooting down through the feet, come all the way back up. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, hands through heart center. Once again, stepping back. Facing the side. Pelvis neutral, root through the feet. Inhale, grow nice and tall. And exhale, full forward fold, hips to the back. Any amount of bend in the knees. And then relax the torso down onto the thighs. Perhaps experiment with the heels, pointing the heels further towards the back or corners. Perhaps even widening the stance. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, release. Deepening into this wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, and then we'll rotate this time to the opposite side, right foot facing forward, bending into the right knee, twisting to this side and coming up onto the ball of the left foot. Placing the left hand down, let's twist open to the right, lifting the right hand high, corkscrewing that left shoulder. Lifting that left thigh, grow nice and tall. Don't worry if you have any shaking, any wobbling. That's completely normal. See my hands shaking. Completely normal. This is the muscles engaging, responding, releasing the back knee. Untucking the toes, replacing the hand. Shuffle that back knee back slightly. We want to be on the fleshy, soft part of the knee, just above the bone. Use a blanket or a cushion if you're not sure. Keeping this 90-degree angle in the forward foot. And then coming up. Pushing down through the back foot, pushing down through the forward foot too. Being mindful that your ankle is under the knee. You can have your hands rested, or we can inhale, sweep the hands up overhead. Grow tall. Exhale, hands through heart center. Continue to stabilize through the feet. Inhale, think length from the crown. Exhale, heavy in the hips. And we'll inhale, root up once again. Exhale, framing the foot, tucking the back feet, the back toes, lifting the back knee. Let's twist again, open to the right hand side, lifting the left thigh bone, reaching up high through the right fingertips. Exhale, release. And then walking the back foot forward, take any amount of movements that you need to help you. Inhale, half forward fold, shoulders together, navel and ribs in, and exhale, full forward fold. Rooting up to rise. Inhale, think length from the heels all the way up to the fingers. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, come all the way down. Lift the head, lift the chest. Placing the hands on the floor or on your blocks or bricks. Stepping back into a high plank. Option to lower the knees at any point. Otherwise, 3, navel in. 2, ribs together. 1, and release the knees. Sit back for child's pose. Now in child's pose, you have options. If your forehead doesn't quite reach the floor, you can use a blanket, a cushion, a block to fill that space. Another option is to widen the knees and to fill the space here with a cushion so that your torso comes more comfortably down. And then you can use either a block or anything under your forehead if it doesn't quite reach the ground. Just taking a moment to settle, allowing the body to incorporate the practice. Continuing with your deepened inhales and complete exhales. Noticing any changes you may be feeling in the body, perhaps in the mind. Breathing fully into the belly. Breathing fully into the chest. And then we'll lift the head. We'll lift the chest and we'll walk the hands back, coming up once again, moving any props out of the way. We'll come down to seated position. So swiveling the feet out to the side, walking the legs out in front of you. Make sure you've got plenty of room behind you. With the hands out in front of you, We're going to slowly come back into Shavasana. Navel to spine, shuffling back. Allow the back, one vertebrae at a time, to make its way down, followed by the shoulders and the hands, palms facing upwards. Bending into the knees. Bring both knees up. Give the back a little massage by rocking the knees left to right, maybe even make a few circles. Keeping the left knee in, allow the right foot to escape long. Drawing energy from the right hip all the way down into the right heel, toes pointing to the ceiling. Connecting to the breath. Bringing the left knee into the chest, maybe even out towards the armpit. Then take the right hand to guide the left knee over to the right hand side. Now, you can rest the knee on a block or a cushion on this side if it doesn't quite make it to the floor. Sending out the left hand, looking towards the left hand, will allow you to keep that shoulder underneath the body. Breathe and release. Breathe in and release. Navel to spine, bring yourself back. Both knees in, gentle rock, this time letting the left foot escape long, pulling the energy from the left hip all the way down into the left heel, toes pointing up, bringing the right knee in, perhaps even over to the armpit. Breathe. Take the left hand to guide the right knee over to the left side, extending the right arm out long, looking over to the right hand to keep the right shoulder under the body. If the right knee doesn't quite make it to the floor, fill this space with a block or a cushion or any other prop available to you. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Inhale, notice the sensation. Exhale, soften. Inhale. And release. Navel to spine, rock yourself back. One final little nourishing hug of the knees, and then walk the feet out in front of you, finding your way to Shavasana with the shoulders slightly under the body, palms facing upwards. Allow the feet to fall out side to side. If you have any pains or discomforts under your back, I recommend supporting your back with a cushion, perhaps filling the space if you have a hollow back. You can keep your knees bent with the knees resting on each other if that's more comfortable for you. Take any final adjustments you need before finding your stillness. Shavasana, allowing the body to experience total relaxation, knowing that it is safe and supported by the mat and the ground underneath you. That in this very present moment, there's nothing that you need to be doing, nowhere else that you need to be but where you are. right in this present moment. Allowing the head to feel heavy, relaxing tension from the eyes and face, softening the shoulders, allowing the hands, the back, the pelvis to root down into the ground, cradled by the mat. Relaxing the thighs, the legs, the feet, all heavy, the entire body heavy and relaxed. With your focus on your breath, taking the seat of the observer, watching the breath. No need to change, no need to judge, just watching. If you notice your mind wandering, that's okay. Just leave that thought, that memory, that sensation where it is, and bring your focus back to your breath. Noticing the inhales, noticing the exhales. With your awareness on your breath. If the thoughts come in, just allow them, like the tides, to roll back away. We're not forcing them. We're not fighting them. We're not running away from them. Just allowing yourself space to watch them come and watch them go. Let's begin to invite some movement back into the body, beginning with the fingers and toes, rotating the wrists and ankles. You may want to take some deep breaths, perhaps stretch the body out long, have a full body stretch, take any movements that your body is craving, and then picking a side, rolling over onto your most comfortable side, perhaps with the knees bent, shuffling the hips, and using the arm as a pillow, or you could use a pillow or a cushion. Enjoying a moment of security in fetal position. Noticing now how the body feels, how the mind feels, any differences, any similarities to the beginning of practice. Using your hands, you can slowly, with your eyes still closed if possible, guide yourself back up into a seated position. Crossing the legs, rooting down through the sitting bones. Using any amount of props to comfort and support your posture. Bringing the shoulders up to the ears, to the back of the room and down. Bringing the hands to heart center. Rubbing the palms together. We're going to generate some heat between the palms. Once you feel this heat and this friction between the hands, place them over your closed eyes. Noticing the darkness, noticing the warmth, slowly releasing the hands away, inviting in the light, blinking the eyes softly open, bringing the hands down into prayer pose. Let's everybody take a nice deep inhale through the nostrils. Open mouth, exhale, release. Well done for taking the time for yourself today, for your physical well-being, your mental and emotional well-being. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste. I really hope that you enjoyed today's practice. Thank you so much again for joining me. If you have any questions, comments, queries, or thoughts, I'd be really happy to hear from you. It's laura@lksyoga.co.uk, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at LKS Yoga. Thanks again. See you next time.